Ty, I mean, it's a day players never want to come, but last WHL season, just overall thoughts on what kind of ride it's been for you?
I think it's been a good ride. Obviously, it's been a lot of life goals and just kind of maturing on and off the ice. Obviously, I had some nice mentors over the years, and honestly, this season was kind of just trying to pass that on to the younger guys. But overall, no, I think it's been definitely a successful ride.
How fast did it go by?
Yeah, I mean, I tell those young guys every day, I remember my first game, I remember getting signed, I remember getting drafted. It definitely flies by. I mean, don't take any days for granted, that's for sure.
What's next for you? Got opportunities to play anywhere else, or what's going on?
I mean, it just kind of take it by ear here. Going to the summer, try to train. Then obviously you have that scholarship, and then hopefully there's a couple pro options that could open up.
You said when you signed, was it a goal playing the WHL for you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, from day one, kind of hearing about that WHL scholarship kind of changed my mind. I mean, I never really knew exactly what I wanted to do, but yeah, I'd say definitely after I got drafted, I wanted to go to the WHL.
And having your 5-year career, was it everything you expected?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I definitely met some lifelong friends, and I mean, honestly, I can call them personally brothers, and no, absolutely, it's definitely been like a quote-unquote dream come true.
Was this a tough season? How tough was it to go through the ebbs and the flows?
It was definitely a bit different. I mean, getting traded around Christmas time there was obviously new to me. And then obviously missing playoffs is definitely a tough way to go out. But overall, I mean, I couldn't thank Regina more and couldn't thank Everett more for like the overtime over my career.
Who were some of the veteran players? I know you asked you this the other day, but who were some of the veteran players in your career that played a huge impact in your career, and how, maybe a second part to that question, how were you as a veteran player this year to some of the younger guys and kind of paying it forward like you would have had?
Yeah, I mean, I said it before, Johnny Fairbrother, Ronan Seeley, I mean, got to play behind Jake Christensen and Wyatt Wiley. Like, there's a lot of, I mean, even Olin Zellweger, I know he's my age, but I mean, just learning from those guys and trying to pass it on to, obviously, we had 3 20-year-old defensemen, but we also had a bunch of younger guys back there as well this year. So just trying to pass on all the little things that I learned over the years, and couldn't thank those guys more.
Pleased to be joined with Pat's overage defenseman Keagan Slaney for the final time as he, I guess, packs up his bag and leaves Regina. Keagan, I know this year was a little bit different for yourself because you had spent most of your career with the Calgary Hitmen, being from Airdrie, Alberta, drafted by the Edmonton Oil Kings in the first round. Would have been back a couple of years ago. So how would you kind of just describe the journey that just ended last night?
Yeah, it was really great experience for me. Obviously it was a long 5 years, but at the same time it felt really short, and it feels like just yesterday I was a young 16-year-old kid moving away from home for the first time to Edmonton, but no, it was awesome. I got to play in 2 NHL arenas over my career as my home rink. I got to live at home for 2 years in Calgary and live with my family, so that was really special for me. And obviously watching the Hitmen growing up as a kid, it was really cool to kind of come full circle and play there and be able to play for my home fans. But no, and then this year was a great way to end it. Obviously, not the results that we wanted as a team per se, but I made a lot of good friends and I was treated like a first-class citizen here, so I got no complaints.
You had a lot of opportunities as well to play on the power play. You had a lot of minutes as well. Do you think that will help heading into next year as you look for some different opportunities?
100%. Obviously, I wasn't exactly the most skilled player over my career. I wouldn't say, but I think I found my role pretty well. But it was really cool this year to be able to kind of take on a bigger role. Obviously, on maybe not the strongest team in the world and a younger team, and yeah, I think that really helped me boost my confidence and be able to kind of play in all situations, and hopefully I can take that into the next step of my career.
I asked Carson Haynes the same question, but just looking at the 20-year-old players that we had on this team, it seems like you guys built a nice bond with Ty Gibson and Carson Haynes, so you would have known growing up.
Yeah, absolutely. It was really cool. Obviously, you don't see 3 20-year-old defensemen very often, and I think we really bonded over that this year. And yeah, I think I made 2 brothers for sure, and those 2 for the rest of my life, and same with everybody else on the team. But no, these guys are awesome. I got nothing but major respect for these guys.
What are your plans heading into the off season? What's the first thing you're going to do when you get home? And I guess looking ahead to next year, what would you like to do?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna go home and rest up a little bit. Obviously, 68 game schedule is not easy on the body, and you just really got to take some time to kind of decompress and spend some time with family and friends, and then we get back to work. Obviously, still up in the air of what I want to do next year or where I'm gonna go, but yeah, no, I'm gonna put my foot down and get back to work and see where we go.
Last question before I let you go, Keagan. Is there one specific moment that stands out the most about your Western Hockey League career that you're going to remember for a very long time? Is there one thing that you remember the most about playing in the league?
Yeah, it's really hard to pinpoint one thing. Obviously, scoring my first goal was a really cool experience, and my parents were actually at that game in Edmonton, so that was a really cool experience for me. First fight as a 16-year-old was a pretty special one. I didn't exactly do my best, but I think it gained me a lot of respect amongst my teammates. And yeah, there's too many things to think of. I made so many friends along this journey, met so many great people, and I think just the connections I'm coming out of this league with is crazy. So it's awesome.
And your 200th game as well on December 15th.
Yep. No, that was a cool one. My 100th game, I got kicked out 17 seconds into the game, so I actually made it through my 200th game. So that was kind of cool, I guess.
Pleased to be joined with Pat's overage defenseman Carson Haynes, who just played his final game in the Western Hockey League on Saturday, and obviously a lot of mixed emotions today, locker cleanout. Just, I guess, give us your perspective on your Western Hockey League career.
Yeah, I'm happy with my career. It went by fast, but met a lot of good people and a lot of good friends, and I'm gonna cherish all these moments, for a long time.
You mentioned people and friends. Who were some of the closest people that you can maybe shine light on that you met over your journey?
Yeah, for sure. Like all my training staff in Tri-City, in Vancouver, and here, with Hooner and Andrew, and Bernie back in Van. Everybody's been so great to me, and those guys, how hard they work is, it's awesome, and it helps us do our jobs on the ice.
Maybe give a shout out to maybe some of the people that helped you along the way, along this journey, in terms of your parents and just your family,
Yep.
and maybe some coaches or friends along the way as well.
Yeah, my parents, the sacrifices they make growing up, and you don't really realize it while you're playing, but when you're done, you see it, and all you can do is thank them. I had coaches growing up and in the Western. Adam Megarel in Vancouver, he helped me a bunch. Coaches back home growing up when I was younger. I just want to give my thanks to them as well.
Is there one specific moment that stands out to you in your Western Hockey League career? And I can give you maybe a couple seconds to think about something, because I could ask you about what you cherish the most about your time in the Western Hockey League, but I think having the privilege to play in this league and getting that scholarship package is important to shine light on. But is there one specific thing, maybe a couple things that you'll remember the most about your journey?
Yeah, it's just I'm probably not really thinking of too many things right now, but it's honestly just the people that you meet and the relationships you build. There's not one specific goal or thing that happened. It's the people for sure.
And as we look ahead to the off season for yourself, just tell us a little bit about maybe some of your plans heading into next year.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my options open, whether it's pro or it's university. Haven't really decided yet. Excited for that decision, and excited for what's to come.
How important is it for the Western Hockey League to have that scholarship package for guys like yourself to have an opportunity to potentially lean back on going to school?
Yeah, it's awesome. To get your degree and also have a chance to keep playing hockey, and maybe move that forward as well. So I'm super excited for that, and just to get started.
Last thing before I let you go, I know the three overage players on any team, any season, always build that bond. What are you going to remember the most about playing with Ty Gibson and Keagan Slaney?
They're awesome guys, and we feel like brothers, and just the inside jokes and all that stuff that we all have together. I'm gonna miss them, and I wish them the best, and yeah.